DattatreyaTapkeer. Friends, today I would like to talk about spiritual meditative brainstorming. You'll think that some new technique is being discussed, something new. Three words have come there: spiritual is there, meditative is there, and brainstorming is there. Now, basically, I'm going to talk about meditation itself. And meditation happens to be spiritual only. What else can be the meditation? Of course, there can be something like non-spiritual. Whenever you think very deeply on anything, it can be a meditation anyway. If you are very much hungry and thinking about food, can you call it a meditation? Of course you can call. With total concentration, you are totally involved in that food, thinking about food. It becomes your meditation on the food. Anyway, but that's the joke apart. What we think about here is I have purposefully brought this term from psychology, that is brainstorming. This is a technique for developing creativity. Your creative thoughts can be developed. So there are different ways of developing creativity, out of which this brainstorming happens to be an important one. It's a technique, it is called. And it is invented by Mr. Alex Osborne. It's long back, rather about 1930 or something. In his book called Applied Imagination, he has discussed this technique. So, in schools and colleges where creativity is talked about, and all the psychologists, they think that, especially educationists, they think that creativity is it's not only inborn thing, it is inborn anyway, everybody has that. But it has to be developed systematically. And for that, this technique of brainstorming is there. And then they say that it's just a very wonderful, a very interesting technique. Like there are different steps also, and the participants are given full freedom to think on that particular issue. A topic or a problem or some issue is given, and in order to find out the solution, all the participants of that technique, brainstorming, they are given complete freedom to think and to express whatever ideas come into their mind. So for that, no rule happens to be there. Nothing, no rule is there. Nothing is systematic. No, you are not bound by any other rules and anything. As your brain goes on thinking, it's called a storming, brainstorming. It's kind of a thoughtful storm in your mind, and it is so it is so wild many times. And children, especially in the school, they enjoy it like anything. And they are told that you don't worry about your ideas. Don't be afraid of expressing them. Let it be anything. Let it be ridiculous. Let it be very absurd. Let it be quite funny. Let it be impossible one. But it can be total fantasy. It can be total imagination. Come what may, or whatever comes to your mind, you are supposed to express that. And through this storming, brainstorming, it's kind of churning of your mind so that many ideas come up there. So if you are restricting those ideas, if you are thinking about whether they are practical, whether they are practicable, whether they can be put into practice, or whether they can come into reality, in this way if you go on thinking, then there will be no ideas at all. And therefore, you don't have to worry about its practicality. You don't have to worry about whether it is feasible, or whether it is economically alright, or whether it is ethical, whatever. No kind of restriction of any kind is kept there. And when your mind is given such a full freedom to think anything that it thinks of, any fantasy, any fantastic thinking, any strange, any absurd, any weird thinking is welcome there. It is honored, it is accepted, it is listened to by all the people. Nobody laughs at them, nobody criticizes it. So these are the rules. So no one is supposed to criticize anyone's ideas. And then this way, the group sits there, and on that particular problem, they go on thinking about. They give about. It's a burst of ideas, and then perhaps many times some good ideas come out from which good inventions, and they are put into practice afterwards. So there are many such inventions which are the product of this kind of brainstorm. Now that's a term from psychology, as I said. And it's very popular nowadays in the field of education, where children are treated, they are trained with this creativity technique. Now, what do I have to do with here, spiritual or meditative thing? It so happened that some of my friends were sharing with me their experiences about meditation and all the techniques that they follow. And they said that many such practitioners, they are worried about their negative thoughts. That's quite common. That many negative thoughts do come, and then you have to fight against them. That's one thing. But some of my friends strangely told that sometimes they are crowded with the positive thoughts as well. Very good thoughts, very positive, very nice thoughts, very spiritual thoughts, and they come up, and then they think that they are troubled by that. So I was surprised to see this. It's a strange thing. I said, no problem at all. Why are you worried about it? Why do you think that in meditation you are supposed to think about only one thing? If many good things are coming up, why don't you just look at them? Why don't you welcome them? So this idea was quite difficult for them to digest anyway. But then I told them about this technique of brainstorming. Isn't it a brainstorming even? Isn't it this in your meditation when if you let your mind quite free, let go, and let everything come there. And it's a good thing, it's a fortunate thing, it's welcome that if good thoughts are coming up in a crowd of things, they think that we want to concentrate only on one particular thought. I said, why? Why do you worry about that one particular thought? Because in so-called trying to concentrate only on one particular thought, you are confused, you are exhausted, you are wasting your energy, you are facing the difficulty, and that leads you to still more confusion. Because you have restricted your mind you are avoiding other thoughts, you are fighting with those thoughts, you are rejecting them, you are not allowing them to enter in your mind, and that becomes the problem in turn. That's why I have given them this suggestion that let us use this technique of brainstorming. As in brainstorming, you don't have to follow any rules. You are free of all kinds of rules and restrictions. Why don't you follow that in your meditation? Maybe a meditation might be your target, or your destination might be go beyond the thoughts, with no thoughts at all, with only one thought in the mind, or going beyond mind. With all these fantasies, you go on trying to fight with yourself, and then the struggle comes in. So what do I suggest is, in the beginning, you don't have to face such kind of struggles at all. Maybe all good thoughts coming. Many times my friends say that, we are so happy with imagining a particular image of God, or imagining a particular image of their Sadguru or their master, or sometimes they are chanting a particular name. And all these so-called goody things, chanting the name, chanting the stotra, thinking about a particular image of God, then again jumping from that image to another image, then some good thoughts coming up in that. All these things may happen in the beginning. These are all initial things. So you have to welcome them. Never worry about this, I tell you. So never become a strict disciplinarian. Otherwise, there is always a danger of becoming hateful disciplinarian in the spirituality. And then you go on struggling with your own thoughts. So all these beautiful thoughts, if they are coming, and maybe all are positive, all are good thoughts, all are worth remembering, all are beautiful, all are giving you a mind, a joy and a pleasure, doesn't matter, it's a good thing. Because unless you try to look at them in a very witnessful way, then only they will go away silently, and you may perhaps go beyond all these imaginations and all these pictures. But in the very initial stages, if you start struggling with them, then there is no hope at all, remember. So that's why, just like in this technique of brainstorming, all participants are given the instructions in the very beginning. You have to give instructions to your own mind, to your own thoughts in the very beginning when you sit for meditation, that all thoughts are welcome. My doors are welcome. And all kinds of thoughts. Nobody is going to laugh at you. You should give such assumption to them. Okay, nobody is going to laugh at you. Nobody is going to criticize you. Or if not nobody, then you say, I will not criticize anything. I will not underestimate anything. I will not think that this is good and that is bad. So I will not discriminate that. I will not classify that. I will not put into different categories like everything is welcome, you say. And let them come. So just as in just as in developing creativity, don't you think this spirituality is also related to the creativity in this way? Why don't we be creative that way? Why don't we enjoy all those things in the very beginning? Why are you troubled with it? With the so-called burden in your mind all the time, keeping your mind blank. You are so much struggling about it. I want to keep my mind blank. I want to be out of these thoughts. Or I want a particular thought, only one thought I want to entertain. This will not happen in the beginning. All these things are the results. They are the outcomes of your calmness of your mind. And that will happen. That will only happen when you are ready to accept everything. So this being ready to accept everything is the first principle in this brainstorming. That your brain is given the full freedom. So in meditation also, we must give our brain full freedom for any kinds of thoughts, either positive or negative. And as my friends have said, that they are troubled with the positive thought. They say all thoughts are so nice, so wonderful, so good, but we can't entertain them, each and one of them. So for them, my suggestion is, entertain them. Let them come. Let them come one by one. Accept them. Welcome them with honor. With full honor, you should welcome them. And just look at them with a spirit of witness. Then you will find the joy in this. Then just as in case of creativity exercises, we come up with many creative ideas. Some of the ideas are worth throwing away anyway. But some of the ideas are there anyway. Because when you give the freedom from the depth of your intuition, new ideas come up in creative ideas, in creative imagination. So it might be about mathematics, it might be about science, or it could be about art, it could be about music, whatever. Whatever field you are thinking about in creativity, that something new, something original, something which nobody has thought about comes up with this brainstorming. Similarly, in spiritual field also, in meditative techniques also, some just new fantastic ideas, new experiences, new wonderful imaginations might come up. And they're all welcome. They're all product of your mind. So don't hate them. Don't try to drive them out. Don't try to fight with them. Don't think that they are bad and they should not come at all. Because in doing so, you will unnecessarily waste your energy. You will destroy your energy and the balance of mind. So just it's a only trial. All this spiritual practice, the entire thing, and meditation and everything is trial and error. So errors are going to be there. So you have to be very calm, quiet, and with a very this kind of positive outlook. You have to accept them and let this new technique enter into our meditation practice. That is technique of brainstorming. So as in brainstorming, an issue is given. Now here, no issue can be there. It doesn't mean that there has to be a problem for brainstorming. No. It can be just like, I will sit together, I will sit calm and quiet, and I will, let my mind open. Let me see what good ideas come to my mind. Just give that order. Just give that a very, very flexible, very, very informal, very friendly order to your mind. That, oh my dear mind, let all the good ideas that you have so far inside you, let them come out. I am ready. I will not suppress anything. I will not drive away anything. I will welcome everything that comes to me. So, oh my dear mind, come up. You are welcome to produce these ideas, to all these positive ideas, to all these spiritual ideas. And let any images of God may come, any images of your masters and sadgurus may come, any kind of chanting and japa and meditation might come, any kinds of prayers and affirmations come. All these are good. Nothing is bad. All kinds of affirmations, all good prayers, all good words, all good thoughts, let everything come. But let that come. You should not draw it out purposely. You should not hunt after them. This is one thing. And you should not drive them out as well. You should be only, silent witness and just enjoy all that comes to it. And then see what happens. That will guide you for the further process in your meditation. That's all, my friends. Thank you.